This video, I promise, is going to be different. I'm going to bring a brand new idea to you. You're going to love it. We all have those one or two things in our head that we want to achieve in our lives. But the sad problem is that we end up not achieving our goals most of the times. There are two types of goals. There are input goals and then there are output goals. Let me give you an example. I want to be in shape. Now that is an output goal. That is something that you will receive by doing some things. In order to achieve fitness, there are a few things that you will have to do. Those are your input. These are the inputs that you're going to put into becoming fit. For instance, I will walk 30 minutes every single day for the next 30 days. I will have salads in my dinner for the next 30 days. So these could be your two input goals. These are two things that you could be doing in order to become fit. Now this is exactly where the problem lies. You're very focused on your output goals. You want to be fit, you want to be successful, you want to be educated, you want to be attractive, you want to have everything from life. Those are all your output goals. Those are things that you want to achieve. These are your final destinations. These are places you want to be. In order to be there, you will have to start from here. You will have to start working on achieving these. Instead of focusing on your output goals too much, which you're doing right now. Instead of doing that, instead of thinking about, I'm going to be fit one day. I'm going to be fit one day. I'm going to be successful one day. I'll have lots and lots of money one day. Instead of saying that to yourself all the time, why not? You break it down. You break it into small pieces. And you start focusing on the efforts, the effort zone of yours. When you focus on your input, you're consistent, you respect your input goals, you make sure that they happen, you make sure you're disciplined. When you are doing these regularly, because regularity, consistency, if you don't have that, you beat everything. You beat all your plans. You end up losing on most of your goals because of the consistency loss, because of the regularity loss, because of your motivation loss. You can't be dependent on your mood or motivation all the time. Being motivated all the time is impossible. Let me give you a few examples of input goals, and that will make you even better understand the difference between input and output goals. You want to be a well-read person. This is your output goal. I want to be well-read. Your input will be, I will read 1 page of a novel every day. If you continue doing that, you will automatically lead yourself into becoming a well-read person. I'll give you a very personal example of my own. This happened in 2018. We were planning on how to start the YouTube channel, and this was our input goal. We are still living by it. We are still standing by it. Now, my input goal was that very simple. I will make 1,000 videos in order to gain 1 million subscribers. That was my output goal. So instead of just having my output goal, I focused more on my input goal, which was to make 1,000 videos. I kept on making videos. I made some 200 odd videos. 200 videos, nobody was watching my channel. There used to be some sarcasm coming along, people telling me, oh, why are you making videos? Oh, she deserves more subscribers. Oh, so she deserves more subscribers were people who were good. They really cared. But then there were people, madam, why are you making videos? Why don't you do a CA job? Why are you not taking your career seriously? And there are some people who still tell me that. But I can't be focusing on the negativity in my life. I had to make 1,000 videos. I made around 500 videos. And I had already achieved my output goal of 1 million subscribers. That is how it happened, and it will happen the same way with you. Initially, it is always slow start for everyone. And then suddenly they take a jump. Input goals have a lot of strength in them. They have a lot of power if you use them with some brain, if you use them in a practical manner, if you use them smartly. Now, smart would be having your input goals. That is smart work. Working on your input goals. That is smart work. You could be using this formula not just for your career growth, your money growth and stuff. You could be using it for any other thing in your life. You could be using this for your meditation. I want to be good at meditation one day. Okay, start by doing it for 5 minutes every day. That can be your input goal. I want to have a fabulous relationship with a person in my life. All right, start with just talking to that person every day, finding time for that person. Give that half an hour to that special someone. Start by doing that today, and you will end up having a great relationship one day with somebody. That is all in the video today. I have poured my heart out to you. I am very happy that you heard me till here. If you have, consider subscribing to the channel to stay in touch. I really live by this idea, and that is why I wanted to bring it out to you. You take care of yourself. Bye.